Hey, what's up, everyone? It's time to talk about let's talk about John Carpenter film. Not one of his iconic horror films, though. Let's talk about the sci-fi love story that he did, called Starman. It was released by Columbia Pictures December 14th, 1984, and it was written by Bruce A. Evans and Reynold Gideon, and produced by Michael Douglas, the actor. And it was directed by John Carpenter, who, if you're not familiar with him, he's the one who did Halloween, The Thing, They Live, Escape from New York, a whole pile of iconic films. So the box office earns of $24 million, and it made about $28.7 million. So it was like a wasn't really a success, I guess. But yeah. So Starman. So well, an alien comes to Earth and like it's like a big blue light, and then finds a hair of a of a deceased husband of this grieving widow, and before her eyes, the alien takes the form of her grieving husband. But yeah, he goes through the full growth spurt again, though. It starts as off as like a little baby, and then it just grows and grows and grows, which actually, from what I've heard, um, like Clive Baker, the makeup effects artist, did like the baby portion of it. Stan Winston did like the growing limbs and like when he grows like between teenage years, and then some other one uh makeup artist did the final one, which was like the weirdest looking one. But yeah, some iconic special effects people worked on this film too. And but yeah, and after it grows, it's basically like watching a child learn again, but with like a full grown adult. He has to learn speech, mannerisms, how to communicate, and she kind of like takes him under her wing as they go and try to settle, as she goes to visit her family. I think it was to across the state. So as they go, they get into some little mischievous little things, and yeah, she eventually falls in love with them, and again, and then basically, yeah, it's quite a heartwarming tale. I'm not going to spoil the ending or anything like that, but it's quite a moving story. It was definitely way different than I was expecting it to be. This movie was very well acted. The cinematography is really good. There's a lot of good humor in it, with a lot of good characters, and it was very well put together. John Carpenter knows what he's doing, and he proved himself with this, that he could do something more than just horror and crazy splatter fests and things like that. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I liked it. I like sci-fi movies and horror films quite a bit, so I'm not surprised that I liked it. But I'm not really the one for like a love story very often. So even with that mixed in with how the sci-fi stuff, and it played out with like the mothership coming in, and the way it opens with like a satellite going over like Uranus almost, and just the way it looks so well done, even to this day. This is why I love like the practical effects from like the 70s, 80s, even in the 90s and stuff. Because once they started using CG, everything looks so cartoony and stuff, and it doesn't hold up well. But unless it's done really well, but that's very, very, very rare. So, yeah, but with like the practical style effects that they used and stuff, I really thought it looked really well done, and it still holds up today. So, definitely one of the more interesting and the more heartfelt sci-fi films out there, which you don't really see much of these days, anyways. So yeah, now all it is Star Wars junk and things like that. Which, don't get me wrong, the first three Star Wars movies are awesome, and but I think the modern ones are absolutely dreadful. Like, I'd much rather watch the prequels over and over again than watch any of the crap that comes out now. But yeah, anyways, that was a side rant. But yeah, Starman, definitely a really good movie, and it shows how much John Carpenter can do. Too bad he's kind of bookended into this horror genre and stuff. But yeah, I enjoyed it. You should check it out if you haven't seen it. It's really good. I'm gonna give Starman a 4 out of 5. Um, yeah, I could just wish it was longer, maybe a little more interesting characters to for uh, the alien to interact with, and yeah, maybe some more interesting special effects because that's always good too. So yeah, but this sounds like something you're interested in. It's sure link down below, like always. Also, link down below is my Instagram. That's where I always post clips of films and review in the future on my story. You should have the film title hashtag and the assumption on the film and hashtag so you're aware of it. And also, my letterbox is down below at Derek P Reviews. That's where I post my first star rating right after watching the film. So make sure you follow me on those two platforms. Stay in loop with this channel. Like this video. Share it so more people are aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. If you have any other films or film franchises in any genre that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can and if I can find them. And don't forget to subscribe because hopefully we'll find something weird, obscure, and odd, somewhat like this together. And I also say hear my opinions on classic films, popular films coming out, and other things as well. So make sure you subscribe and don't forget to ring that bell because we're continuing on with the 80s stuff still. And yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe White Nights or something. Something weird and odd that you don't really hear people talking about. That sounds like a good idea, but we'll see. So make sure you ring that bell. Tune in for the next one. And yeah, but watch out for those crazy Starman aliens stealing all their women. And I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.